from mount position now, right? My partner's got me in mount, they've Superman me. But from here, let's say they want to try to attack or do something, right? Or punch, which is what we're going to go over now. Right, they need to start coming up. So Jaden will start to bring his legs up and he'll start to posture up, and look, he's getting ready to punch, right? So the first thing I need to do is I need to reach up and grab. So in jiu-jitsu, right, sport jiu-jitsu, him sitting like this is not bad for me because they can't punch, right? He'll be looking for to do different attacks from this position. They've got the gi on, strangles, all that sort of stuff. For fighting, for street fighting, self-defense, MMA, whatever, as soon as they get to this position, this is really horrible, right? So the first thing I have to do is I have to try to put my head on his chest again. So I reach up, put my head on his chest, and pull him down. So you see when I pull him down, the weight goes through his hands and through his knees, and his feet become light. Look, so like I'm just lifting his pants here just as a demonstration. We're not actually going to use our hands, right? So it's important that we keep our hands to protect ourselves, right? Because as soon as we start to do like normal, traditional escapes from jiu-jitsu escapes, pushing the knees, shrimping the hips, he's going to smash me in the face, right? So as soon as he postures up, I'm reaching up here, pulling him down, and I straighten him, and this leg goes on the ground. So I'm flattening this leg, right? As soon as he goes, you see this leg lifted because his hands and knee took all the weight, and his feet lost the weight, right? So as soon as I pull him down, my leg goes on the ground, and I'm trying to tuck this underneath his foot, right? Sometimes you might need this one to help, but generally, once you've got in this position, you can just use this one to pull it across. Right, so once I've got this leg trapped, now I'm in a better position to get out, right? So same as what we did standing up, I'm trying to cover myself so that my chin is protected, right? And I'm trying to protect most of my face. Okay, from here, this is a really powerful motion. Where's Duncan over here? So this is a really powerful motion, right? You're going to use your hips to turn, and when I turn, his leg will come off the ground, so I go here. So you see this, I'm clamping and I'm turning. Okay, and as soon as I've got to this position, I'm going to push his leg in. Right, so now I'm getting back to some form of guarded position where my legs are in the way of my partner. Right, so we're going to do this in two stages. We'll do this as stage one, and then we'll do the next recovering to guard in stage two, right? So my partner's managed to get this, he's just about ready to punch me. I pull down, my leg goes straight, see my leg goes down and in. This one comes and grips, and then I use my hips to change. As soon as I've changed, I push this leg in. Okay, and I'm still defending my face from this position, right? Although he's not in as good a position to punch me anymore, right? Because I've got my legs in the way and his weight's forward. So he's not postured up anymore, which means he's not as good a leverage. I can ask a question about size, what makes a difference, taller or shorter. It's actually easier if the person's taller on the bottom than shorter, because sometimes it's harder to get to their foot if they've got short limbs, especially if you're longer. But what we'll do is I'll show you how we can enter it no matter what size they are. And we do that just by timing it when we bridge, right? So James here, I reach up, as I bridge down, you see, as his hands go on the mat, so his knees go on the mat, his knee almost flies off the ground here because he's got so much weight. Right, so if you think about weight distribution, at the moment, he's probably got maybe, look at that, I can't lift his foot here, right? So he's maybe got 30-40% there, 70-60% here, something like that. As soon as I buck him onto his hands, he's going to have like 20% there, 80% there, and nothing there, right? If my mass adds up correctly, there should be 100%. Right, so I go here, and look, my leg just goes straight to his knee, right? And now, I know that all I have to do is reach this one over, right? And then I start turning. Okay, so for you guys, come around this way. It's really important not to fall over as well, right? Because if you're here and have no base, right? Let's say this leg's straight, and you have no base, and I end up on top, then man, you guys are in for a very horrible time ahead, you know, like especially with a jiu-jitsu guy or with a street fight, whatever, you know, even from here, like, start coming up and punching. So try not to fall over, right? Adjust your base as you need to. As he starts coming out, stick your knee out, stick your leg out, do whatever it takes for you not to fall over. So most guys who know what they're doing won't stick their leg out because that gives me an instant way to get my knee back inside. Right, so we'll do all this here. We'll go here. Okay, we'll push and get this knee back inside. So from here I'm still covering everything, right? So I'm still making sure that I'm not going to get punched in the face. But what I'm doing is now I'm creating a frame on this knee so he can no longer get this knee close to me. Because what I want to do is I want to keep this gap here to bring my knee here into his thigh, into his hip. Right, so I create this space and I bring this knee inside. Look. Okay, and now I straighten my leg and I get back to closed guard. Okay, so we're not just going to get back to closed guard either, because once again, sport jiu-jitsu is a good position for me. Right, street fight, MMA, whatever it might be, extremely bad position for me. Right, so we need to learn how to defend from this position as well. So we'll just go back to there. Okay, so from here, this arm was under. This one is blocking, so he can't reduce space, right? So if he reduces space, I can no longer get this knee inside. However, if he does that, then I've got the option to roll him. Okay, so if he closes this, I go to roll him. He sticks his leg out again, and I've got the same entry. Right, so I'm baiting him to be able to get what I want. Okay, and then from there, we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to reach up, I'm going to grab around the neck, massive grip around the neck, my ear next to his ear, and this one is trying to grab onto the tricep, and then I'm going to pull my partner back to the ground again. Right, so now, if he tries to punch me from this position, I've got my elbow here to block on this side, and I can just follow him with this hand, right? So he can't punch here, and he can't punch here. He cannot punch me in the head on this side, because his face is in the way. If he tries to punch me to the body, I bring my elbow down, right? He can't punch me to the head because his face is in the way, right? This arm, I'm using like Wing Chun sticky hands to stop him from punching on this side. Right, so let's look at that one more time from the mount position. Right, so I reach up, down, get my partner back to half guard, start creating this frame. Knee back inside, and then lengthen. Right? I can start to defend from this position, or if they sit up, okay, I've got to follow them and pull them back down. Ear to ear, control on the back of the tricep. If he tries to punch my body, just bring your elbow down, right, and follow him. Right? And this one here, your partner can try to punch you as well, and just don't let him punch you.